All right, let's talk about some different types of concepts. So this is not going to be machine learning or AI related. It's just going to be me and my thoughts regarding different types of stuff. So today I want to talk about the idea of becoming so good that they can't ignore you. It's a book by Cal Newport, and it's probably one of the most impactful ideas in my life. So, to sort of rewind. A lot of people, when they're sort of reflecting, like, what should I study and what should I pursue? I think a lot of people are in that sort of confused as to what they want to do, And the question that comes up, if you go into that, I remember even watching videos on YouTube, and the suggestion was like, find your passion, right? You don't want to work. You want to find your passion so you don't have to work, or you love what you do. And the problem is that, it's pretty horrible advice because, first of all, you don't know what you love. And second of all, or very few do. And second of all, I think a lot of people would, doing what you love, then all people would pretty much try to pursue becoming a professional ice hockey player or something. And very few actually become a professional ice hockey player. Just for an example, right? So, what he really does is that he breaks it down. So the idea of becoming so good they can't ignore you is that there are things that you want that can be fulfilled by many different types of jobs. There are many different types of career, right? If I was a doctor, I would probably love that just as much as I love being an engineer. Or if I pursued becoming, I have no idea, like a physical therapist or something else. These would all be professions that could be fulfilling to me. So the inherent idea that there's one path for you and one sort of path that is your destiny or whatever, or your passion, that's a flawed way of thinking. And this is by Cal Newport. I recommend the book. But so first of all, that idea is something that you should sort of cross from your mind, where there are many different avenues you can go and they're all good, right? So what does it actually break down to? It breaks down to skill. It breaks down to competence. If you are sufficiently skilled and competent in a particular area, you can exchange your skill in exchange for, that's value, right? You exchange your skill for something. That's work, right? I give you my time for this. You pay me in return, right? So if you can do that to a sufficiently high level, you can get, whatever it is that you want, basically, depending on, many factors, obviously. But in general, if you are sufficiently skilled, you can exchange and say, okay, I want this level of freedom in my work, or the value is really different depending on the person, but maybe you are someone that really values freedom, or you're really someone that values impact, or you're really someone that values, meeting new people, whatever. It's different for different people, but the underlying idea is that what you really want are different types of things, and these can be fulfilled by many professions, and you get it in exchange for building a skill. So what I would say, to myself a couple of years ago, is don't bother too much thinking about the specific career path. Think instead of how you can become good. So don't worry if you're going to don't worry if you, there is no wrong path. First of all, there is no wrong path. There would be a wrong path if you pick something that you're definitely not interested in. But if you pick something that you find interesting, then that's good enough as a start, right? Pick something that you're curious and interested about. Now, that in sort of eventually will build to passion, because as you get closer and closer to what you sort of fundamentally want, because you build your skill, then you will start loving it and liking it even more. So don't be confused when saying passion is bad advice. It's not that you don't want passion. You want to be a passionate person. It's just that how you get it is not by reflecting and thinking first of all, and then getting there. It's actually that you pick something that you are just interested about, and then with time, right, when you sort of develop, that will also develop into a passion. So the end goal is still end up with passion for what you do, but you don't get there by starting off with what you're passionate, because you are not passionate. Most people, I was not passionate. And, even there's a spectrum, right? If we're talking about AI, in the beginning, I was curious, right? I saw someone did reinforcement learning playing Mario, and I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. And then as I learned more, I'm like, wow, this is actually how things work in machine learning. And, I develop an understanding. I like it more and like it more. And then I can imagine, like, if I build, if right now, like if I do get into machine learning research, or I start doing building stuff that impacts a lot of people, that passion is going to grow even more. So this is just my stream of thoughts right now, but hopefully this was something that was interesting. I definitely think this is one of the most impactful ideas in my life, and yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions regarding this and what you think of it. All right, see you in the next video.